QuantumScape was $4 in June, and today it's almost 13. That's a 200% run in just 2 months. So the real question is, can this stock go even higher? Now, here's what makes QuantumScape different. Their solid-state lithium metal batteries promise faster charging, longer range, and better safety than anything on the market today. Volkswagen, they've already locked in exclusive rights before the tech even hits production. And their Cobra process, this is a next-generation manufacturing breakthrough, well, it could slash costs and scale production to millions of cells. But here's the signal that I'm watching that I think most people are missing. The QSE-5 B-series cells. These are 5 amp-hour automotive-grade batteries that'll begin vehicle-level validation in 2026. And if they pass, this stock isn't just hype anymore. It's the foundation, it'll be the foundation of the EV industry. In this video, I'm going to break down whether QuantumScape is still worth buying at $13 or whether Wall Street's hold rating is the only thing standing between you and the truth. My name is Rick Orford. I've been trading since 1999 and I am not a financial advisor. It's a good thing because I'm not going to sell you something that you don't want. I break down the numbers so retail investors like you and me can make smarter, more confident decisions with our money. I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. The Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. And you all know how much I love researching new stocks and trying to find the next best investment. So I'm proud to partner with The Motley Fool to bring you 10 stock picks from their popular product, Stock Advisor. Stock Advisor has beaten the market by almost 6 times. Go to fool.com/RickO to get your 10 stock picks right now. Okay, so with all that out of the way, let's get into it. Now, you might think that QuantumScape is a quantum computing company. No, they're an energy storage company that's been in business for 15 years. The company is headquartered in California, where the company revolutionizes electric mobility by reinventing batteries towards sustainability. And here's the kicker. This isn't just another green tech company. This is a 15-year bet on the future of electric vehicles that's starting to pay off. Now, here's what keeps investors, I think, still on their feet today. QuantumScape's solid-state lithium metal batteries are not only a step towards reducing the carbon footprint, but they also deliver significant benefits for electric vehicles, including a longer driving range, faster charging times, and enhanced safety. And what does that mean in plain English? Well, imagine an EV that charges in minutes, drives further than today's longest range Teslas, and is safer in crashes. And that, folks, is the promise that QuantumScape is making today. And if they can pull this off, I think it could flip the entire EV market on its head. Stick with me, okay? At the time of recording, QuantumScape's most strategic partner, it's Volkswagen. They're investing heavily and have the rights to use QuantumScape's technology before it even comes out. And aside from Volkswagen, QuantumScape was founded with backing from Bill Gates, and then it went public through a SPAC merger, which caught the attention at the height of the EV boom. So you could say that this isn't a no-name startup. It's got Wall Street, Silicon Valley, and global automakers watching its every move. But here's where I think it starts to get even more interesting. QuantumScape, well, they've transitioned themselves from lab prototypes to automotive-grade battery samples and ultimately closed the loop through commercialization. Currently, the company is still pre-revenue, but the company has achieved notable milestones, such as the Cobra separator manufacturing process, which is designed to enable faster, more energy-efficient production, all with smaller equipment footprint and scaling its technology all for industrial use. In the R&D phase, QuantumScape is also advancing towards production. Translation? They have no sales yet, but they're finally building the bridge from science experiments to real-world products. And that is where the real upside and the risk comes in. Now, with all that out of the way, let's talk about the stock, right? Because that's why you're here. Now, when I last covered QuantumScape in June, it was trading at only $4. Today, it's trading at almost $13, tripling in just 2 months. So if you bought it at the time, well done. Year to date, the stock is up 144%, and it's up 118% over the last 52 weeks. So it's safe to say that QuantumScape is having a pretty tremendous year. And momentum like this usually means one of two things. Either the market is finally waking up, or that hype train is running too hot. I say it's all because of QuantumScape's technology, which investors are finally seeing the potential. Even Wall Street is catching on. So the question is, can QuantumScape stock continue to move higher? Well, to answer that, we need to look at the major catalysts. And these aren't just press releases. These are the make or break milestones. And first, we have Cobra. This is QuantumScape's next generation manufacturing process for its ceramic separator. It's engineered to accelerate heat treatment and reduce equipment footprint. And all that means capital expenditure is saved per gigawatt hour. Essentially, Cobra opens the possibilities of complex battery science to mass production, all without burning major capital. And in English, well, it's kind of like moving from handcrafting one battery at a time to running a fully automated Tesla-style gigafactory. Lower costs, higher scale, and a shot at profitability. And if QuantumScape runs at a high speed and maintains its quality, then I see it producing millions of cells, which is exciting for this technology. Today, we're talking about the tech in EVs, right? And tomorrow, we could be looking at QuantumScape powering other things like mobile phones and other devices, like any other devices that use batteries. So you could say that this is much bigger than cars, right? It's about owning the entire future of energy storage. And then, of course, the second catalyst we have is Volkswagen's PowerCo partnership. This deal allows QuantumScape to plug into PowerCo's existing pipeline. Now, this is milestone-based, which means that as QuantumScape meets its performance targets and yield targets, PowerCo ramps up its capacity. So once QuantumScape passes the automaker's qualification process, it can then start earning through licensing and royalties, all while PowerCo carries the production. And that's the beauty of this deal. QuantumScape doesn't need to build dozens of factories. They can now scale through Volkswagen's network and still take their cut. And speaking of scaling, we can't forget about their QSE-5 B-series cells, which are approximately 5 amp-hour cells designed for automotive applications, and they're all set for vehicle-level validation, with public demonstrations, and of course, B1 sample shipments expected in 2026. The road tests will highlight its real-world performance, which is going to be anchored on qualities like fast charging, cold weather resilience, and of course, a longer life cycle. Now, once these trials, or if these trials are successfully passed, QuantumScape is no longer hype, but a road-ready EV battery leader. That's why in the next 18 to 24 months, it's going to be the true proving ground. Either they pass validation or this whole thesis collapses. So those were my catalysts, right? In my next video, I'm going to cover the risks. So if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss it. And trust me, the risks are just as dramatic as the upside. So with all that out of the way, is QuantumScape stock a buy? Well, a consensus among 9 Wall Street analysts rate the stock a hold. And this is a sentiment that's been consistent over the last 3 months. But there's a kicker, right? During this holding rating period, the stock has gained over 200%. Aside from that, the high target price tells an interesting story. It's $11 and the stock already surpassed it. So either Wall Street's consensus is lagging behind the market or the stock is overpriced. I think you could say the analysts right now are playing catch up while the market is already sprinting ahead, waiting on future results. 2 months ago, I said that this stock could be a great addition for investors with a little risk capital, with a genuine interest in the company's tech. Today, it's paying off. And I still see QuantumScape as perhaps one day becoming one of the most important battery companies of the decade, if it can meet its deadlines without harming quality. And that's the million-dollar question. Can they scale without making what makes their tech special and so important? But what about you? Do you believe in what QuantumScape is doing today? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're there, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps other people find this video, it helps the channel, and you won't miss out on any future deep dives. Well, folks, that's it for me today. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.